Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless let down fans in many lackluster storylines. There are 5 worst Y&R plots to consider, from Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, Desperation, to Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, Spiraling, and Kyle Abbott's Michael Mealer entitled Pouting. Many plots left viewers let down, and we're certainly hoping for better in 2025. Our number 5 Young and the Restless bad plot of 2024 was an amalgam of 3 plots. Fans wondered why so many simultaneous mental health storylines. Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, all had psychological issues. The simultaneous unfolding of these 3 storylines was a misstep, as it diluted the impact. Another Y&R subplot that made our list as number 4 worst was the rapid redemption of Claire Newman, Haley Aaron. Her transformation on Young and the Restless, going from a criminal to a saint, was too swift to be legit. Young and the Restless really annoyed fans, having Phyllis Summers run amok. Her cringe antics chasing Danny Romalotti and Michael Damian ranked as our number 3 worst plot of Y&R for the last year. Many fans found it hard to stomach Y&R also saw Kyle Abbott's Michael Mealer tantrum-filled Nepo brattiness annoying. It ranked as our 4th worst plot on Young and the Restless. He betrayed family and didn't earn the redemption he was handed. Despite his disruptive behavior, he was rewarded with a co-CEO position. That didn't sit well with the audience, and our very worst number 1 rated plot of the year centered on Chelsea Lawson. Find out why Chelsea made the top spot in our video, along with a deep dive into the bad writing that put these 5 plots on our most disliked list for Young and the Restless storylines. The Young and the Restless, Y&R, has been a beloved staple of daytime television for decades. Fans are often captivated by its dynamic characters, intense rivalries, and shocking twists. However, not every storyline hits the mark. While some plots have elevated the show to iconic status, others have left fans scratching their heads in frustration, or worse, tuning out altogether. Here we delve into some of the worst Y&R storylines involving fan-favorite characters like Phyllis Summers, Chelsea Lawson, Kyle Abbott, and more. Phyllis Summers, the resurrection that didn't land. Phyllis Summers is one of the most complex and entertaining characters on Y&R. However, her return from the dead in 2014 fell flat for many fans. After being in a coma for over a year, Phyllis suddenly woke up and immediately launched into a revenge scheme against Sharon Newman. While Michelle Stafford's portrayal was as captivating as ever, the storyline felt rushed and contrived. Phyllis' miraculous recovery was poorly explained, and her vendetta against Sharon for tampering with her paternity test felt repetitive and uninspired. What made the storyline particularly frustrating was how it diminished Phyllis' usual wit and depth. Instead of showcasing her resilience and cunning, the plot reduced her to a one-note revenge machine. Fans expected more nuance from such a legendary character, but the writing failed to deliver. Chelsea Lawson, the kidnapping disaster. Chelsea Lawson has had her fair share of ups and downs, but her 2021 kidnapping and poisoning storyline was universally panned. After framing Adam Newman for a crime he didn't commit, Chelsea spiraled into a bizarre plot where she faked her paralysis and tried to poison Ray Rosales. While Melissa Claire Egan gave her all to the role, the storyline was riddled with inconsistencies and lacked logic. Chelsea's motivations were murky at best, and the plot's pacing was painfully slow. The poisoning itself was overly dramatic, and the fallout felt anticlimactic. By the time the truth came out, most fans were already over it. This storyline not only damaged Chelsea's character, but also sidelined Ray, reducing him to little more than a plot device. Kyle Abbott, the Summer Lola love triangle. Love triangles are a soap opera staple, but the Kyle Summer Lola saga left viewers groaning. When Kyle married Lola Rosales while still harboring feelings for his ex, Summer Newman, the show leaned heavily into melodrama. What could have been an emotionally charged storyline devolved into a repetitive cycle of betrayals and reconciliations. The biggest issue was Kyle's indecisiveness. Instead of coming across as a tortured romantic, he seemed immature and selfish. Meanwhile, Lola and Summer were reduced to archetypes: the sweet, hard-working girl and the spoiled heiress. Fans grew tired of watching the characters go in circles, and the storyline ultimately failed to resonate. When Kyle and Summer reunited for the umpteenth time, it felt less like true love and more like the writers running out of ideas. The Adam Newman memory loss saga. Adam Newman has always been a polarizing figure on Y&R, but his 2019 memory loss storyline was particularly disappointing. After surviving an explosion, Adam reappeared in Genoa City with no memory of his past. While this trope can be compelling when done right, Y&R's execution was lackluster. The plot dragged on for months, with Adam flip-flopping between good and evil as fragments of his memory returned. Instead of exploring his inner turmoil or delving into his relationships, the storyline relied on repetitive confrontations and predictable twists. Fans were frustrated by the missed opportunity to deepen Adam's character and provide meaningful closure to his past conflicts. J.T. Hellstrom's sudden villainy. J.T. Hellstrom's return to Y&R in 2018 should have been a nostalgic treat for longtime fans. Instead, it turned into one of the show's most controversial storylines. Once a kind and loving character, J.T. was inexplicably turned into an abusive villain who terrorized his ex, Victoria Newman. While the storyline aimed to address the serious issue of domestic violence, its execution left much to be desired. J.T.'s transformation felt abrupt and out of character, making it hard for viewers to connect with the plot. Moreover, the subsequent cover-up of his supposed murder, complete with a group of women burying his body in the park, felt overly sensationalized and detracted from the gravity of the initial premise. The long-lost twins, Cassie and Mariah. The reveal that Mariah Copeland was Cassie Newman's twin sister had the potential to be a game-changer for Y&R. Unfortunately, the storyline was bogged down by implausible twists and poor pacing. Instead of focusing on the emotional impact of the discovery, the plot leaned heavily on Mariah's manipulation by cult leader Ian Ward. While Cameron Grimes delivered a stellar performance, the storyline itself failed to live up to its promise. Fans were left with more questions than answers, and the emotional beats were overshadowed by the over-the-top drama. The plot eventually found its footing when Mariah became a fully realized character, but her introduction remains a sore spot for many viewers. The Dina Murgeron Alzheimer's saga. Dina Murgeron's Alzheimer's storyline started strong, with heartfelt performances from Marla Adams and the Abbott family cast. However, the plot took a nosedive when it became overshadowed by a bizarre treasure hunt involving an emerald necklace. Instead of focusing on Dina's decline and the impact on her family, the storyline devolved into a convoluted mystery that felt out of place. The treasure hunt not only distracted from the emotional core of the plot, but also felt tone-deaf given the gravity of Dina's condition. Fans were disappointed that such a serious issue was sidelined in favor of a contrived adventure. While the storyline had moments of brilliance, it ultimately failed to stick the landing. The never-ending Billy Abbott redemption arc. Billy Abbott's journey from reckless playboy to responsible adult has been a central theme of Y&R for years. However, his endless cycle of self-destruction and redemption has become tiresome for many fans. Whether it's his gambling addiction, his vendetta against Adam Newman, or his failed relationships, Billy's storylines often feel like retreads of past plots. The biggest problem is the lack of forward momentum. Instead of allowing Billy to grow and evolve, the writers keep dragging him back to square one. While Jason Thompson's performance is always compelling, the repetitive nature of Billy's storylines has left many viewers frustrated. Sharon's many missteps. Sharon Newman is one of Y&R's most beloved characters, but she's also been saddled with some of the show's worst storylines. From her kleptomania phase to her brief stint as a cult leader, Sharon has endured more than her fair share of bizarre plots. One of the most infamous was her decision to tamper with the results of Summer's paternity test, a move that felt completely out of character. These missteps have often overshadowed Sharon's strengths, making it hard for fans to stay invested in her storylines. While the character has had many powerful moments, the inconsistency in her writing has been a long-standing issue. Conclusion: learning from the flops. Despite its missteps, The Young and the Restless remains a beloved institution in daytime television. The show's worst storylines often serve as reminders of the delicate balance between drama and believability. Fans may roll their eyes at some of these flops, but they also keep coming back, hoping for the next great twist or heartfelt moment. As Y&R moves forward, it's clear that the key to success lies in staying true to its characters and crafting storylines that resonate on an emotional level. While not every plot will be a hit, the show's enduring appeal proves that even the biggest flops can't dim its legacy. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Y&R Update YouTube channel for more update news.